Got a bit noised. Talking to my phone. I can't really write anymore. I think I'll be better. I don't know, but I'm totally at the end. And it's really, really crazy that medical professionals can't read the signs and can't adjust their manner and their sense of agency. And I just... back home, I got a little glass of wine. I'm back home after an afternoon going out trying to find some help, and it was after the morning of trying to find some help because Diane and the Wolfpacker. The Wolfpacker now. Well, they're trying to evict me, and I think that they will win because the tenancy tribunal has no justice. It's not like the district. Sorry, it's not like the disputes tribunal. It's a completely different kettle of fish. It's just the, the Red Queen's court. And I don't want to explain it all again, but I did a pretty good job explaining to a guy called Jeff Jones, who's an advocate at the Salvation Army, and one of the nurses at somewhere in the mental health system. I think the East Crisis. His name's Richard, and what I've been trying to do for a really long time is find an advocate, not someone to give me advice and information, but someone to actually help me, because I can't make anyone obey the law by myself, and no one will help me, and people keep blaming me, and I have nobody. And I already decided to die. About a month ago, on the 2nd of September, and I chose to die of renal failure by not taking my meds. But unfortunately that's not going to be fast enough this time, and I have to figure out a quicker way. When I really don't want to do that, I just want to have some time off, and I want a tidy house, and I can't do anything. I have to die before the bailiffs turn up. And I don't know how, and I don't want a horrible death for myself, and I think I have to have one. I don't know what to do. The only time I nearly died was with sepsis, and I think I'm gonna I have to get sepsis. I don't know what to do. This is like, how can humans, the other humans, get into this stage? I don't know how does it happen? How do And Jeff is going to help me, but he can't. I can't keep explaining. How awful is it to be desperate beyond any capacity to experience desperation, and now have to figure out a way to die? I don't want to do this. I know better than to just injure myself or I've just come away from the 24-hour surgery to the Salvation Army because Jeff said I had to get a medical certificate to say that I can't attend the hearing on Tuesday, and of course I can't attend the hearing on Tuesday. But the Tenancy Tribunal won't care, they don't care. And I can't really get a medical certificate at the 24-hour centre because it's an emergency place, but I don't have a doctor at the moment. I'm enrolled, but I don't have my appointment until the 2nd of November, and I did have a phone call with the reception in at the Christchurch South Health Centre that I've enrolled with, but I haven't had my first appointment, and there's like problems with my notes, and I can't get a new doctor up to speed with my situation, and I had to leave Doctors on Cashel because there was no way for me to communicate with my doctor apart from seeing him, and I was just trying to figure out what they know about me. I don't know what they know about me. I'm used to manage my health where I can see everything, and like my notes haven't transferred properly from Wellington into any of the systems, and it's really difficult to get a new doctor up to speed when I've told my story so many times and I can't. I'm very, very, very badly damaged. Nobody understands how badly damaged I am, and I can't keep explaining myself. And people keep wanting to start me at the beginning. Have you rung the mental health services? And it's like, for fuck's sake. I need the police or a human rights lawyer. And I told Jeff that I would go anyway and do the best I could and go to the 24-hour surgery on Madras Street, and really luckily I ran into Kirsten, who was at triage, getting her a drink. And one of the things that I wanted is some lorazepam because I had my last half a mic yesterday. And God, what is the date? I was wrong, it's not the 2nd, it's like the 22nd. I think my last prescription was on the 29th of September, I think that's when it was, and I've had about 2 prescriptions from the 24-hour centre, and I've had about 2 prescriptions from Jacques Marchand at Doctors on Cashel. and this is just waiting a proper review, because obviously it's not ideal just to, the mental health services had made me gave me a psychiatric appointment to get a meds review, and but it was not. It just got totally lost in translation, and it ended up being kind of like a psych review. So it was like, and it was a registrar. Well, it wasn't. No, sorry, she wasn't a registrar. She was pretty young. She was not long out of med school, and I looked her up on LinkedIn, and she said that she's done with psychiatry. She wants to go into like an events management or something. It's like, okay, well, I don't think this is the person for me to talk to. And it was like, I didn't even know where I was going. Holmwood and outpatients, like, look, I can't talk to public mental health professionals anymore. They don't listen to me. They really do not listen to me. They tell me what I'm feeling. They won't let me tell my story the way I need to, which is certainly what people who are traumatised need to do. Like, you need someone to help you gently tell your story and to believe you and not quiz you, not put you into the third degree and tell you that you're wrong, and like, instead of listening they say, why do you believe that? And it's like, for fuck's sake, just let me tell my fucking story so you can understand my situation. Don't go into it like expecting me to be talking bullshit, because that's all I get, and that's why I have to fucking kill myself, because my property managers are evicting me. Like, what a ridiculous thing to have to kill yourself over. Why does it come to this? I don't need a psych review, I need some fucking advocacy. So I don't have any continuity of medical care. I did get I'm going to try and not ramble too much. It's not rambling, it's just all I'm capable of, and the fact of the matter is, it is a very complicated story. It's not linear. It's been going on for a very long time. I arrived in Christchurch 3.5 months ago, very psychiatrically damaged, and I was just waiting to get here so I could collapse and then pick up the pieces and maybe find a trauma therapist. And instead of that, I've gone into even more intense harassment, bullying, gaslighting, alienation. These fucking bitches at Harcourt's Holmwood. They're fucking taking me to pieces. And somehow I'm supposed to defend myself in the tenancy tribunal. The registrar is just the same as the registrar in Wellington. I want to know what I'm turning up to. Can I have a proper notice of hearing, please? There's no evidence attached. I don't know how to defend myself. And she said it'll be discussed at the hearing. And I said, that's not what you need to know what's on the hearing before you get to the hearing. But they don't care. And I tell people how insane it is, how they're behaving. And people say, well, that can't be the case because that's against the law. And I said, I know it's against the law. That's why I have to fucking kill myself, because they don't obey the law. And the law is there to approximate some sort of morality and reason. If I don't know what the hearing is before I get into the hearing, even though they have to give a notice of hearing with adequate notice and adequate information, no one's going to stop them. And I said to Jeff Jones at Salvation Army, I said, last time I was I had name suppression because of the circumstances. And it wasn't my fault, unfortunately. I just had to answer the charges, and I wasn't able to because the adjudicator wiped off half of it when I arrived, which was the half that I prepared for and spent $200 on printing, and she just wiped it off. Doesn't matter, they don't fucking care. You've got no recourse, there's no one above them, you're never going to get anywhere, you're going to have to go to the office of the ombudsman. That's not going to work. If you're not fucking born yesterday, you know that the office of the ombudsman is not going to do anything. I've already been there for something different. There's nothing you can do. And so when people tell me, oh, but it's, and it's like, I know all of this, I know it's not okay, I know they can't do that, but they are doing it, they do it, that's the problem. And so these fucking psychopaths at Harcourt Holmwood, don't do that. Everyone who's victimised me knows that there's absolutely nothing anyone's going to do. That's what you get for having a fucking no fault medical system. You have no recourse. I went to the Health and Disability Commission about the first tranche of mistreatment. They don't fucking care. They say resolve it with, they're just not going to do anything. I'm just so sick of people telling me, firstly, how to suck eggs, as if I haven't already sucked the egg dry, and secondly, overriding my superior knowledge about the situation with their inferior knowledge and treating me like I'm fucking ignorance. I am underfoot. I am under the wheels of a tank. It's the most uncanny feeling. I was just sort of shuffling home, and I was walking home quite slowly down the last streets to come home, and it's like a real fuck of a feeling to know, my God, this is how other people who are going to kill themselves feel. This is like, it's not mental health, it's no one will fucking help you. They won't help you. And for some reason our justice system thinks it's okay to just chuck tenants out into the street if they can't defend themselves against claims. If you're not prepared to defend yourself in essentially a court, because essentially that's what it is, it's just got fewer rules, which actually isn't nice, it's worse, because it's just topsy-turvy land. For some reason they think tenants who have been ground underfoot into mush, tough shit if you can't defend yourself against these fucking monsters who know the system inside and out. If you can't defend yourself against them, then tough shit, you lose your home. And losing your home's like a really big fucking deal. And well, I told Jeff that, if the bailiffs turn up, they're gonna be taking a body away. I'm not moving again, and I have nowhere to go. I've got no ability to move. I can't even keep my house tidy. I can't even do anything for myself. It's not happening. I have to be dead by the time they arrive. And I don't know, like it could be that day, because I don't know. And Jeff said, will you be okay this weekend? And I said, well, I said I'm not going to top myself. But the plan that he and I have is if I have a medical certificate to show the tribunal, and even then it's, I said to Jeff, I don't think they would accept that anyway. Like, I had as good as that last time. They don't give a shit, and they don't have to give a shit. It's unlikely to be adjourned because of that, and it's likely that just because I don't turn up, that doesn't mean that it doesn't go ahead. It goes ahead and then they... But I think that's better than my turning up and having the shit kicked out of me again. I think I'd be rather doing something else. So, Jeff said you've got to get a medical certificate, and I explained the problem about the fact that I don't really have a GP at the moment. He said you should be enrolled. I said I am enrolled, I just haven't had my first appointment. They don't know anything about me. They can't write a medical certificate, even if they did fit me in. And you know, like it just doesn't. I'm in a weak position all across the board. I've got absolutely nothing to for me at all. All I've got is I'm smart and I'm knowledgeable, but that doesn't help. And unfortunately, it kind of makes it worse because I don't come across as a very pitiful character, and I get really stroppy and I get really hot-headed, and nobody can see through that. I think, and I think they think that I'm kind of okay, or at least they don't really like me. And the problem is that humans have a real bias against doing the right thing with people that they don't like. It sounds like a no-brainer, but it isn't actually a no-brainer, because you think about the number of people who are working in who are civil servants who you need to be objective, and I've one of the good things about me is I am objective, and I've worked in the civil service at the arse end, you know, at the customer service end, and I can't get any of the, you know, the decision makers to do the right thing. I've got no power over that. All I can do is, you know, treat people objectively, but I can't get anything else happening. And I know that I've worked with a lot of fucking assholes in this civil service, because they, nothing's going to happen. Literally nothing happens to them. And you can't go to a different Ministry of Primary Industries. You can't shop around for, as I said about the last time, you can't shop around for a different district court or a different tenancy tribunal. Like, you just fucking take the fucking lumps. And that's what I'm, like, that's what I'm left with. It's absolutely astounding. And so I just thought, you know, it'd be quite nice to, well, they know me at the 24-hour surgery better than anyone else here knows me. So I went back there, and it's not too far from where the Salvation Army is. And I'm actually going to pause, start a new video in case this file's too long. The files have been corrupting on my laptop just a moment.